Welcome everybody. Welcome to Cloud, and my name is Don. And today we're gonna go over a few things about hosting an NFT auction on the Metaplex platform, and also we're going to discuss the stuff that Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube are doing as being leaders and creators in this NFT marketplace. So let's get started here. Give me just a moment here, and we'll get this screen share up for you here. And the first thing we want to do, just kind of introduce you to the site a little bit. Oh, got that thing drop down, all in crazy kind of places. So we just welcome you to Cloud. If you get a chance, browse through the site. You come over here and click on our links, home IPF. You can learn about IPFS, learn to mint NFTs right here. You can go there and you get a lot of information there, book your consultation. And what we'll do right now is just show you some of that. And so when you browse through the site, we want you to click on that Learn NFT link. And this is where it will take you. And you'll be able to come here. You can watch a video, gives you more information. You can go here and get the PDF. You'll see here that we have information on where to start. So it gives you a little checklist. Go to OpenSea, go to Metaplex, look at the platforms, learn the platform, learn what it takes to set up your system, about a digital wallet, CIDs, what the content identifiers are. And we give you a checklist, other things, those same things to go through. And you can come over here and book your consultation for 30 minutes or an hour so we can onboard you and really break down the specifics of what you're trying to do with the product and have a learning and teaching lesson on both ends so we can do a great collaboration on minting and auctioning your NFTs. So please take time to go out and visit our sites there. So now we're going to go ahead and come to the first part of the topic that we want to talk about is the stuff that Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube are doing. So now we come here. This is an article that's on CNBC. And Snoop is discussing what's happening with crypto, how it's been ebbing and flowing. And it seemed like it's in a down cycle of cryptos and NFTs. But actually, when you start looking at the back end and infrastructure, you can see that this is just the birth and everything goes through growing pains. But what we have to do is actually look at where our major issue is with this. And it's with the US dollar. We're in inflation right now, so that is going up and down. That's really what's influencing what's happening with the crypto market a lot too. So when things get at this nature with inflation, people tend to pull money out of things and they tend to store it up themselves personally. And so it's affecting it on that level. But you also had the big sharks who knew if they went in there and bought a lot, they wait till the price got up real good, then they snatch large sums of those tokens out of the system. That will cause people to go into fear and panic too, because everybody wants to invest, but they don't want to lose. So they kind of catch you in a flight stage, and people pull their stuff out. But so Snoop is just sitting there talking about the things that happened with this. But what it did was it really weeded out the fake people. It weeded out the fake NFT people. And this same thing happened back in 2000 with the internet boom. And a lot of people saw the opportunity to jump on it early, and they did. But they didn't really have a legitimate business or a legitimate product. They knew they got out there with those offerings that they offered, like on the internet, and these people buying up these companies. But that was just because it was so new. Then people started doing research, and they found out what the true real companies was, and companies like Amazon and Netflix, they came up out of that and continued to grow. And now it's a viable marketplace, and everybody wants to be in that part of the field. So Snoop he is also a venture capitalist. He is a businessman. So he's just not entertained anymore. Snoop is everywhere, everything. So we have to look at his business mind and acumen, being a venture capitalist, being ahead of the trend on a lot of things. He and Ice Cube have been able to do that. So you look in here, he's showing where his investments and assets are with being a venture capitalist, things of that nature, to be ahead of the trend and see things are happening. And now he's showing you that you can do those same things with NFTs, because his record label is an NFT. So what he's allowing his artists to do is have ownership, collect royalties, make money on the front end and the back end, and be partners with them and collaborate on this music. And also it allows you as a fan, when you purchase their music, you really buy into the ecosystem and you become a affiliate, you become a distributor for them. So you can go out and sell the music for them and you'll get your royalties back off there too, because there'll be a royalties in that for you. VIP conditions can come out of that by buying directly from them through NFTs. You can get airdrops, access to merchandise and exclusive things, and it's all different kind of ways. Concert tickets, things of that nature can come out there. And really, even in the long run, you can start seeing what NFTs are collateral. So you can use that in its own banking system as itself. So we give value to the product because this is a peer-to-peer business model where the smart contracts are the lawyers out there, and it makes sure that everything is lined up from the start, and you put in the amounts that you need in your collaboration, 60-40, 50-50, 50-50, whatever it is in your royalty percentage. And that's something that I've gone over in other videos, but we will always be visiting that too. So Snoop is showing where he is a major player in this, but he owns a record label. And he's taking that, he's giving ownership back to the artists. So it's going to be huge. And once the artists see this is the thing and the way it's going, and Eminem and Snoop actually dropped the NFT record, and they did live performance for it at the New York NFT event that they just had recently. So it's really huge. You really have to be paying attention and see the stuff that's really like at the grassroots level stuff. That's when you can really get a feel for it and not just listen to the talking heads and the people that really are afraid of anything that's new because it threatens their overall natural system. And that's something that really happened with Blockbuster and Netflix. And that's something that we'll discuss too later in this. So what we want to do now is kind of look at where Ice Cube is sitting in this situation. So Ice Cube, you know, he owns the big three. So with him owning the big three, once again, Ice Cube is a businessman. He's a venture capitalist. He's already had other entities that prosper well, but he was actually able to start this, I guess you could say, the regular way. But now he's offering ownership to the regular guy right here by minting and buying your NFT on the gold tier, and you become an owner. And they give you the details here, well, some of the details of what's included in there. And you're going to be a VIP person. You get airdrops in the special merchandise. You'll get access to stuff probably that I can't even describe for you. And then also, if you sell part of your ownership, you'll get your royalties off that. If there's any events going on that you can help them sell merchandise or do anything like that, you can get paid your royalties. So it's, once you get into the ownership, they will give you exclusive rights to intellectual properties and licensing right with team name, logo, and so that allows you to do things with it too. But it will be set up on the NFT format where the royalties will come to you. You will get your royalty percentage, and the company will get theirs also, the big three. So this is something that these guys are leaders. They are ahead of the curve on this. They're at the leading edge. This is something that we can use for the culture. See, if you really find that what crypto banking, cryptocurrency really was set up for, really Bitcoin was set up for, is to serve the underserved, the people that don't have bank accounts. And so that you don't have those large fees. I'll spend time overseas, and if you get to transferring money, especially if you get to using cash, that the rate itself that they charge you just to exchange the currency, and it could be dollar for dollar with theirs, they still going to charge you that exchange rate to do that. When that's on top of you doing transaction fees. So when you're going peer to peer, it don't matter where you are in the world with this, you can do this, and really, they're getting the fees where they are very low and they're pennies on the dollar. And actually, when we go into auctioning and minting in the NFTs, you can see it will show you how much the fees are just to do the transaction. And sold on that platform, it's like 0.000 something on the dollar. every time you do a transaction. So keeping transaction fees low, that's one of the things that has to be done to make the NFT and the crypto marketplace function better. And those things have been those needs have been met on some form, some levels. That is still a growth process. They're trying to get that under control, and it's happening at this time. So we have to be patient, yet still invest in it and be a part of the growth to the level that you can be. Everybody won't be at the same pace and speed on this. You have to be paying attention to it, and you have to be ready to participate in this at the same time. So, that's just some of the things that we want to think about and look at this time. So, yeah. So we want, and now the thing we want to do too is look at that Netflix and Blockbuster situation. At one point in time, Blockbuster was like the biggest video company in the world. They had stores everywhere, and it was VCR tapes and DVDs. And what it was, once you rented them out, you take them home. If you kept them too long, they charge you late fees. They were making more money off the late fees than the actual product. So they didn't care how long you kept it; they were going to charge you for it. But that business model was hitting its peak when streaming started coming in. Netflix really started out by sending you the VCR tape or the DVD to your house. I think they had a plan where you can get 3 at a time. So if you got 3, you send 3 back, you got 3 new ones. If you send 1 back, they send you 1 new one. If you kept those other 2 loans because you've been on the plan so long, you had bought that. It was yours. But then they saw the forefront of where streaming was going. So they decided to jump out there and start streaming. And then it started picking up, the bandwidth started getting bigger where you could stream. Everything's at a high rate. And Netflix was growing. Blockbuster could not see it. They sat at the table and say, we want to keep our same business model. We won't purchase you guys. And the rest is history. Most of you young people don't know anything about Blockbuster. Blockbuster is null and void now. And Netflix is at the forefront of all this. They're at the forefront of technology. And actually, they are implementing some things along the blockchain technology because they want to stay at the front and keep maximizing what's going on with this technology. So that is one of the main huge things that's going on out here. And we have to make sure that we don't really get scared of the situation that's going on out here, but participate in it because it's a time for us to create generational wealth. We can do transactions where we really cut out the middleman and it keeps the inflation of the product down. That's the thing we really, really want to figure out and stay inside of right there. So right now, what we're going to do is kind of go over the preview of going through the auctioning stage of when you go over to Metaplex and start minting. Then once you mint, you want to be able to go to an auction and get that out there for you. So let's get you over there to that. Okay. And we click over here to the Metaplex platform. And we have you there. And we're looking here. Okay. Stop some things here. I can come off that. All right. So when I click here, it's going to give me the information. This is my account. That's one thing. This is a custodial wallet. I have control over it. So when we have control of custodial wallet, it's just going to have a code like that. Doesn't have a name. Shows you how much SOL I have and dollar amount that it is in US dollars. I can add funds. I can disconnect this. I come here to create an NFT and I come here to host an auction and sale. So I will click on that. And when we click on the option and sale, it brings us to the screen here of what type of sale we want to conduct. Do we want to go to an instant sale? Do we want to go to the limited edition sale? We want to go to an open edition, or we want to go to the tiered auction, which is kind of a blend. And that's when you can start adding the links and the auction and the airdrops and the new merge and the exclusive VIP stuff. It gives you more control than the tier option thing. So what we're going to do really is just start off with going through an instant sale. when we get ready to start this, and we'll walk you through that step. Then we'll come with another video. We'll walk through a limited edition, unless we can fit a couple of those in there, just depending on how much information you want going through the steps here. And what we'll do is we'll go through copies, pricing, how many copies you want to get out there, the pricing, the phases, you review it, then you publish it. And then once you put that out there, we'll go to the window that we'll go to the Explore page here. And I did host an auction at one time. So I'll go here and click on that. It'll bring us to this window, and it'll show where we did have an auction. I click on that. It shows you what the item was and what it was sold for. That showed now right here showing you who created the edition, how many. It was an unlimited number of copies. It's open. And that's just showing how much money I have in my wallet right now at this particular time. And it's showing right here. This is when I made a bid and I purchased that. And that was purchased, the bid history. It was purchased for 3.6 sold, which came out to be $117.47. And that's when I did that auction 2 weeks ago. That's what it sold for. All right, so now come back, visit us. We would do the auction. We would start off with an initial auction. We would walk through those steps. We will get that out there. We'll do that auction for about an hour. We'll go out there, purchase the particular item. Once we purchase that, you'll see all the steps that we'll have to go to purchase it. And then you will see what happens and how it drops off into your wallet. And if it's just a copy drops into the purchaser's wallet. If they purchase the whole masters and everything, that whole masters will go to their wallet. It will leave your wallet, will not be in there anymore. But if you only sell a copy, the master still stays in your wallet, and just a copy goes to them, and it gets its own individual number. We'll go over that CID information. So really, once again, we appreciate you coming to see us. Please visit the site. Go back and visit that for us. And check out everything that we have there for you. Click on the links, book your consultation, like, share this video, subscribe, do all those things for me. We want to start getting this information out here. As I'm doing this, I'm going to get better at sharing this information with you. And you guys click those links for me. Send it out for everybody. Get it out to the people. This is for our culture. We need to share this information with each other. We can grow this thing together, but it's really based on how much you want to do. If you want to participate, you want to get on the back end, you could do the minting auction yourself. If you want to have someone collaborate with you like us to help you get that information out there, we can do that. If it's another company or people you want to get with to collaborate, we can help you get to a certain point and we can get you over to them. So it's really how you want to do it. So we want you to look at all the avenues to it. This is something that's really open source. We're not trying to tell you what to do. We're trying to share these things with you. This is something that can create generational wealth. So keep checking back with us. We appreciate everything you guys been doing. Click on the link, share, like, and we'll check back with you. Come back and visit the next video where we will go and host this auction. Thank you.